Morning everybody, Tony Margatelli here, Chairman at ICPA. Welcome to another one of my ICPA in Practice blogs. Today I'm looking at items that have hit the news, or not as the case may be, in the last few weeks. Well, here we are, the first week of September, the holidays are over, so we're all feeling a little bit down I suppose, but let's start with some good news that I found. HMRC have announced that by December, those wretched 0845 numbers will all be gone and be replaced by the cheaper rate numbers. This is most welcome news really, but I suppose one has to question why it's actually taken quite so long. I know they've been phased in and most of the ones that are in major use have already been gotten rid of, but there are still a few hanging around, and HMRC have announced that they'll be gone by December. This of course is very good news. Just putting a quick plug for the ICPA, we've always had a free phone number and always will. Another piece of news that caught my eye recently was that at the tail end of September, Westminster Abbey will be holding a Thanksgiving service for HMRC. I'll read you what their briefing note says about this service, and I'm sure it will make you smile. This is exactly what their briefing note says. The aim of the service is to celebrate the vital work that we do in HMRC to collect revenue, to fund public services and to benefit society as a whole. Now, apparently there's upwards of 1,500 invites gone out. Maybe you're going. Possibly the thought that maybe we should be holding a Thanksgiving service for taxpayers rather than tax collectors, but that's just my view. Literally in the last few days I've received a letter from HMRC concerning proposals to change the way the Working Together initiative is to function in the future. I haven't had too much time to get a look at the proposals, and as soon as I have, I'll report back to you. However, I just thought I'd share with you what went on at the Ipswich meeting, which I attended on behalf of the ICPA. At the end of the meeting, it was announced that the venue in Ipswich is to be closed down, so there is no venue available to us going forward. HMRC then very sensibly asked if there was any idea of venues that we could site the meeting at, but pointed out there was actually no money in the budget to hire a venue. So watch this space for what's going to happen to the Ipswich branch. At the tail end of August, I spotted yet another apology about incorrect RTI letters sent out from the What's New section of the HMRC website. And I'll read you exactly what it says in What's New, because I'm not exactly sure many of you will have spotted this one, but this is what it says. HMRC is aware that some RTI 201 letters were sent to employers and agents in error. These contained incorrect information about overpayments. Any employer or agent receiving one of these letters in August should ignore it. If you want to check your tax position, you can do this on the business tax dashboard. And finally, it ends with HMRC apologise for any inconvenience caused. So, this is the second time, well, I've lost count of the number of times that RTI error letters are being sent out in error, and why is always the apology just buried alive in the What's New section of the HMRC website? Why can't they actually send an individual letter of apology to the companies involved? Beggars belief. One of my colleagues actually wrote in and said, this is what was written in and told to me. I've had 5 of these and wasted a lot of time following them up, assuming that my systems were somewhat faulty. It is very frustrating. Listen, HMRC, it is very frustrating. It does cost a lot of time and effort. You go around fining everybody when they make errors and mistakes. Come on, get this stuff right. My last comments are directed at something which actually hasn't featured in the news for some considerable time and frankly should be. That's namely IDA. IDA, Individual Identity Assurance, is the singular biggest thing that's going to affect the all of us in the accountancy profession going forward. We've been told by HMRC that it's going to be happening sometime or being phased in over a period probably starting next April. Yet they have put out so little information as to about how it's to actually function that one wonders what on earth is going to happen when this comes in. Are we going to be able to cope with what's going on? We don't know, because we're getting so little information about this whole procedure. The bits that we have been given on the Tax Agent Strategy Group are constantly changing. We're not certain what's happening with any certainty whatsoever. And this is all down to either the techie types working on behalf of the government or HMRC not putting out this information. Why not, I don't know. But either HMRC should now start telling us more so that we can prepare, because let's remember, going forward, we've got auto enrolment coming up, and we got IDA, the end of the gateway, agent online self-service. There's an awful lot coming up in the next year, and we all need time to get this resolved. And if HMRC are not going to let us know what's going on, how do they expect us to react when it's suddenly brought in?